The 1973 film The Exorcist shocked the world, but its spine-chilling tale of demonic possession was not just fiction. It was inspired by a true story. This is the Catholic Frequency Podcast. Visit us online at catholicfrequency.com. This is the story of the real-life battle of how the Catholic Church was summoned to defeat the power of the devil. The movie The Exorcist is a cultural milestone, but its roots lie in a real exorcism case from 1949 involving a 14-year-old boy in Maryland. The Catholic Church performed the exorcism rite, and the boy was freed from demonic possession after weeks of prayer and struggle. Now, the real case was far less dramatic than the film. Hollywood, of course, amplified the horror, focusing on the power of evil, screaming, levitation, and shocking visuals. This glorification overshadows the truth. Christ's power through the church always prevails over darkness. In the movie, the possessed girl and the dramatic effects take center stage. The real story, however, emphasized the spiritual battle, not the spectacle. The priests relied on prayer, fasting, and the authority of Jesus Christ, not theatrics. Evil is real, it is powerful, but it's not invincible. The film does get one thing right. When evil manifests, the Catholic Church is called. For centuries, the Church has been the authority on exorcisms, armed with the power of Christ. No other institution has the spiritual tools or authority to confront such forces. Every Catholic diocese has a designated exorcist, though their identity is typically kept secret to protect them from harassment. Now, these priests are trained to discern true possession from other causes, relying on prayer and the Church's ancient rites. However, the movie downplays the ultimate truth. Jesus Christ is more powerful than evil. The power of Christ compels you. That line is iconic, but the film leans into fear rather than faith. In reality, exorcisms are about trust in God's victory, not just defeating demons. The real case involved a boy named Ronald Hunkeler, known as Roland Doe. It began when Ronald, curious and unaware of the danger, played with a Ouija board, a tool that opens doors to evil. This likely became the gateway for his possession, inviting dark forces into his life. Strange events followed in Cottage City, Maryland: scratching noises, moving furniture, and violent outbursts. Ronald's family, who were Lutheran, contacted their pastor for help. Recognizing the severity, he recommended they call a Catholic priest, knowing the Church's authority in such cases. An initial exorcism, attempted by Father Albert Hughes in Maryland, failed, with Ronald reportedly injuring the priest. Desperate, the family traveled to St. Louis, where they had relatives. There, Father William Bowdern, a Jesuit priest, was assigned and ultimately led the successful exorcism. The exorcism, with help from another priest, unfolded over several weeks in St. Louis. They faced intense spiritual resistance. Ronald spoke in Latin, his bed shook, and words appeared on his skin. But the priests persisted in faith. Holy water proved effective during the exorcism, causing violent reactions when sprinkled on Ronald. Demons often recoil from sacramentals like holy water, which carry the blessing of the Church and the authority of Christ. Unlike the film's dramatic ending, Ronald's deliverance was quiet. On April 18, 1949, after a final rite, he awoke calm, saying, "He's gone." He went on to live a normal life working for NASA, but he kept his past private, fearing stigma. Christ's victory in his life was complete. Making The Exorcist was intense. Director William Friedkin pushed boundaries with chilling effects, and the set was plagued by eerie incidents, fires, injuries, and a sense of unease. Some believe the film itself was cursed, adding to the mystique. When it was released in 1973, the impact was seismic. Audiences fainted, vomited, and left theaters shaken. It sparked debates about faith, evil, and the supernatural. For Catholics, it was a double-edged sword. It raised awareness of spiritual warfare, but it sensationalized it too. It's worth noting that most claims of possession investigated by the Catholic Church, up to 90%, according to the late exorcist Father Gabriel Amorth, are not demonic, but stem from mental illness. Priests work with doctors to discern the cause, ensuring care for those in need. From a Catholic view, The Exorcist is a reminder of the reality of evil, but also a call to faith. Demons exist, but they tremble before Christ. The Church's role in exorcisms is not about drama. It's about bringing souls back to God's light. If you watch the film, remember Hollywood amplifies fear for effect. The real story is one of hope, faith, and Christ's triumph. Evil may seem powerful, but it's no match for the one who conquered sin and death. Let's pray for those who suffer from spiritual oppression and for the priests who battle on the front lines. And let's hold fast to the truth that greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world. This is the Catholic Frequency Podcast. Thanks for listening. Visit us online at catholicfrequency.com.